I was going to a school called Gertz Wrestler High School, and we had like free dress where you could dress, whatever you want. And I chose to wear all blue because blue is kind of like my favorite color. I remember just being there and talking to my friends, and all of a sudden these two men approached me and they asked me what gang was I from. And at that moment, my stomach just dropped. And I think that was my very first time being accused of being in a gang. Ever since then, I just think about all the teens that go through that every single day.
When World Impact was birthed, it started with children. All too often in the city, there aren't activities for children to become involved in that are healthy. This leads to them acting out in a way that society is very ill-prepared to deal with. Being creative, they get into activities that sometimes are not the best thing for them.
We live in a gang-infested area. There's 28 street gangs that are in the police precinct that we're in.
They outnumber the LAPD 18-1, even if the entire force were on the street at one time. You can do the math and you can understand the pressure that young people would have. We're building a teen center that will be available to love and to nurture and to care for these young people.
The Teen Center will function to be a place of community for these teens.
We're really investing into the future of the church in the city.
West Adams has a student enrollment of 2,800 students. Every morning and every afternoon, the streets around us are swarming with high schoolers coming to and leaving school.
On a Friday night, teens could choose to be at a house party, they could be sneaking into clubs, they could be doing their thing, getting involved with gangs, or just running the streets like a lot of other teens in this neighborhood do.
For me, it hurt my heart to see all the hurt and brokenness going around in the neighborhood that I grew up in,
If you're a young male especially and you're just on the streets with your friends and you don't mean any harm, you can still get harassed because people mistake you to be gang members.
The Teen Center will serve that purpose of getting to those kids that feel lost and isolated.
The Teen Center will help facilitate a place of loving and safe community in this neighborhood.
Instead of them being in the streets, they should be doing something else, doing something positive with their life.
They want to do something where they can just be with their friends but not run the risk of being in danger.
It will be a safe place where they can learn about Christ, where they can grow in their relationship with Him, where they can be counseled, and they have the opportunity to academically improve and to expand their horizons.
This teen center is a two-story, 9,500 square foot warehouse built in 1930 that has a capacity to serve over 200 teenagers weekly.
So imagine the excitement the teenagers have hearing that we're building a center for them to become candles of light in this community.
We're excited about the opportunity to invest and mentor these teenagers.
Statistics tell us that a vast percentage of Christians today accepted Jesus before the age of 12.
The strategy of our ministry is to evangelize and then empower them and equip them with the training they need to be leaders in their schools, in their homes perhaps, in the community, and most importantly in the church.
I think we reach only the people that we come in contact with.
We're expecting God to use the teenagers to whom we minister in a mighty way, not only in their own families, but in their communities.
We're looking for mentors, men and women, businessmen, businesswomen that can meet with these teens on a weekly basis and just share their lives with them.
The greatest untouched mission field in the world for Americans sits right in central and south central Los Angeles.
What are we trying to get at in the city? What is our main focus? And it's just the teens of the city. Helping out the brokenness of the families.
When you're ministering to teenagers in the city, you have to realize that the vast percentage, 95, 96%, have suffered from abuse or abandonment or neglect.
They had been prepping this and praying for it. I remember when West Adams was just a a plot of just dirt, you know, when we were just praying over it and just believing in God that that would be a place where we could, you know, do the Lord's work.
We hope that hundreds of Christians will come to the city and make a commitment to mentor young people, to meet with them on a regular basis, to encourage them to walk with God, to help them in their academics and help them vocationally, so that they can become very productive citizens in this great city.